out of all the picks from RQ Hoshi, honestly, the Ruby is the one to look out for because it does look like it's not a hero that counters the hero. It's a
Suyo open.
Oh wait, the Jushin Eve also is
Eve,
still...
Suyo. This time Vamos looking to go for some trades here. Joe also still open. I think RQ.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful, you know. The Joe is good, but you gotta be careful.
For the beacon, watch out for Ruby.
So they go for the Jushin.
I think you still take the Suyo if you're Vamos here. Like you keep it simple.
Like almost the same draft.
Unless they want to do a big switch and go for utility.
Maybe
Boy's also open.
maybe pick up the EXP first, like a prio for Smooth because that's also
Like a
flex.
smooth hero or a flex hero.
Maybe like something you can flex into the
like the Gatot.
like the top.
Gatot or Hylos, you know.
Yeah.
Gata, Tylos.
Yeah.
Both would be solid here. Maybe just take
The Immortal One chose
Well,
I
so you
mean,
know,
honestly, it feels like Warlord would rather really play the Valentina over the
I agree.
even up against the Jushin. So
I mean, to be fair, he was able to survive against the Jushin. It was just wasn't enough. Yep, they pick up the Gatot. So a little bit of flex here. Can be Zoran's hero, can be Smooth's hero.
okay. So will RRQ Hoshi? They have the tendency to. Never mind.
Boy, Hylos.
This is
Is that a carry?
tough.
That's a valid. But this means that the carry might get banned out because this is their way of playing against the Hylos, right? Oh, wait.
Yeah, Joy's already in.
Yes.
So
You should consider Moskov as well.
for gold lane.
Like banning out from, like RQ bans out from Vamos.
So Carry and Moskov.
Thing is, you don't want to ban too much on RQ side because if Vamos goes first pick, you're not left with much, right? We could definitely see. We could see the 1-1 pick from RQ here. If they ban Airthel, if they go for the Airthel ban, I think we definitely see a 1-1 pickup. Vamos might try to play the cheeky play and steal it away from them on first slot since they're going to be on the gun. So
Yeah.
definitely going to be some. I think both teams are maybe looking for counterplay in gold lane.
And it's interesting to see that the Cho, it's actually still open for both of these teams. And now they take out the Ruby, so they might be thinking of getting that for themselves again. Not unless, because as of now, RQ, it seems like they're laying it through.
So now it's all about the roamers here. Both teams just looking at each other's roamers and be like, what do you think that guy wants to use?
Unless they're both going to put the. Unless they've already picked
Tigreal?
their roamers.
If Vamos picks up a Tigreal Hill, it's kind of good to go up against the Joy.
Oh, yeah.
Also can work okay against what Vamos has. I mean, the tick's just been good all over the board. Like, it's surprising how late it got popularized because every time it's been picked, I'm pretty sure its win rate is pretty decent right now at this point. It's just, I mean, because when it comes down to those lords, those objectives, it has been the answer to so much of this fighter meta, this fighter jungle meta.
The youth
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay.
Respecting
No
Skylar.
more Ranger. So will RRQ ban out at least one of Net's potential gold lanes though? Or do they really want to focus on like a sword here?
I think Skylar wants to fight it. I feel like Skylar would be like, let him have, okay, that's an interesting ban, by the way. Let him have the carry, I'll just beat him up with my Irithel.
Yeah.
Almost has to save their gold lane for last year.
Yeah,
Like,
they'll get
because,
covered.
because if they don't pick up the Airthel and the 1-1 gets picked up, they're smoked.
Yep.
So I think they have to save gold lane for last year to look for some counterplay. So it means EXP lane or roam.
Yeah, it's
I like the Tig. I think, you said the Tig. I think it's a solid pick here. Nice front liner, gives space, creates more crowd control, and gives Chibi some time to lock down on someone. And
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to hit than the Way of the Dragon, right? It's a bit more of a straightforward plan.
Though they also have the Valentina, so
Hey, man.
ever
Oh,
does
Jawhead.
get picked up by
More
RRQ.
damage.
More damage.
More
Nice
damage.
early game, what they lacked last time.
So they just go for the full-out aggressive plays, and the 1-1 shows up for RRQ here.
So they should be an Irithel then.
Has to be there.
Has
though.
to be.
It better be.
Not unless.
Or else we're
Boom,
sending
Harry.
that over there.
I mean, there's I don't think we'll be seeing the Clint even or like other Rangers, the Rangers even out. So hopefully we see the Irithel. But for
Hilda is open right now, is it?
yeah, it is. They still go for the
Wait,
Chozo.
Now that Ruby's not there, now Edoc's time to show what
that-
my Way of the Dragon can do.
Edoc's Way of the Dragon is mean. It's mean. That's the least I can say. It is dangerous. And this is the combo. Now they don't have the Suyo this time, but the 1-1 Cho comp, I think three times they picked both of them together. So this is something that they're comfortable with. This is something that they look for. It's a scary combo. And the Cho does well against the Airthel, even when, like, I don't know, because Airthel doesn't have crazy range, it can catch it.
Oh,
Carry.
Carry instead.
I mean, like, again, this is just about comfort. So I
Yeah.
feel like this is just Vamos style. We understand what the draft is, but we know our into this matchup. Once again, it's game number 2. It's match point right now for RQ Hoshi. We got things settled out, and I believe it is still, one thing we were wondering is, was it going to be that vengeance on Dyron? It looks like it still is. We get a good close-up of the junglers, and there it is, right? We still have that vengeance, so things are still looking normal. Everything is as good as it should be. Now for RQ Hoshi, if they're looking to win the series and cap things out, it's a strong start, especially when Edok gets that level 4. And I would say, man, even when we saw that in the game 1 where, you know, that early aggression came out and then Zorn was delayed and the rest of the team was delayed, that was not the start you wanted for Team Vamos. So they kind of take this more slower approach, at least in the early game before this first Lith Wanderer. They just don't want to get tossed up, hopefully, here from Zorn. Not sure if he's actually going to be able to pull this off. So I think this is one of those games, Mirko, where we have to wait for those level 4s for this lineup.
Definitely. It's all about the level 4. It's all about the first neutral objective. We've seen just earlier, you know, in game number 1, or match number 1 rather, SRG versus Fnatic Onyx Philippines, how the Joy was able to take control of the game up against a very, I would say, similar composition when it comes to lockdown, right? They had a lot of lockdown. Edok walking up, Jikundo. Shunpu's ready again, Sutsujin just going with the beats. Chibi going for the stun. A lot of damage over to Rins just early on here. Rins will be forced to recall, so it's an early win for Vamos up top though. Nets. Great dodge away from Skylar, who was looking to get the stun, or immobilize, rather, there with the Inspire.
Yeah, even utilizing the Inspire. Zorn here. It's going to take a couple shots, though, but still kind of limit testing, of course. That Turtle is now up. Both roamers still waiting for the level 4s available. So junglers will take their time. They'll grab their buffs, and they'll meet up here. Still, meanwhile, up top, the gold lane battle. Nets almost level 4 there. Skylar's going to have to get sent back, it looks like. Right now, Turtle, though, for the taking, as both get in position. Edok nearly there. Might actually get it before the fight breaks out, and could possibly go for a kick, but a Warlord also holding on to a Glorious Pathway. Oh,
great stun. Edok gonna be slain. Chibi claims first blood. Sutsujin walking up, Diamond popping Glorious Pathway. That's the AOG. Sutsujin electrifying beats. Now goes for the Retribution. Chibi winning it again and slicing him down. That's a double as Rins disengages with the Crimson.
Jumping into the game, back into it. Oh. Whoa, okay. So as we take a look, we catch back up. There is that little bit of lead for Team Vamos. Of course, Chibi doing his thing, grabbing the buffs right now, and we'll see. This time around, this is where you start to see that shift for the roamers. Are they going to be able to go ahead and set things up for those pick-off potentials? Because RQ Hoshi wants to keep things from getting too out of control, and it looks like it might be Team Vamos. Uh-oh.
Stun. Unstoppable force. Oh, Edok flickers out to safety. Team Vamos, like we said, right? They want to go for the pickoffs here.
They want to
fight.
After
the double kill, Rins in the mid lane has Crimson Beacon. Will get slapped.
But we are jumping back into the game here once again. 4 minutes in, Team Vamos. Just before we had that break, grabbed that double kill for Chibi plus the Turtle. And now they find themselves here in Nets.
Oh, this might be a solo kill up top. Assassination. Sutsujin claims it. Solo kill up top. Skylar gonna shove the wave now. Nets should be on track to actually lose some minions there as it gets shoved in. Chibi, though, will stay active on the map, just getting the trade on the map with the orange buff take.
Gets the information, you know. Opposing jungler there on the top side. Might as well go ahead and capitalize from it, but that's a lot of extra gold, too. You know, going to the hands here towards RQ Hoshi. It whittles down that Goldie that was building up. You can see that now kind of diminished, still holding on a little bit. But this will be the interesting part. Oh!
Edok going to be caught. Wait, the Dragon still, though, sniped down by the arrow of Chibi. And now he is on a killing spree. 3-0, a level ahead of Sutsujin.
Good starter, Ren, already. Team Vamos should just really get this out. Oh, top though.
It's going to be a dive attempt. It seems a full dive. Net slain again. Sutsujin claims the kill. How do they retreat? Warlord with the Crimson Beacon. That's AOG. Rin's able to flicker out. Skylar looking for the other angle. That's going to be the ejector to pull Sutsujin back. And Skylar will be able to escape with the help of Tyron, who rotates all the way from XP.
So it looks like RQ Hoshi wanted to go ahead and take a page out of Team Vamos' book and, you know, trade things out. Oh, here's a kick though.
There you go. All the weakness points already used up as well. Skylar should be able to go and fly. That's the Inspire. Zorn taken down. Diamond walking up. Chibi going to be stunned down as well as Warlord goes in for the Terrify. Only connecting another one as the taunt will connect to Rins. Now for the flancher. Chibi gets the 4th kill in the game. And now it's Diamond with a vengeance. Still, it'll be the Shred coming down for 4 members. And Nets will claim that kill.
That's the Shred that we were talking about. Feels a while ago, but we were talking about this carry and how this will work in the lineup for Team Vamos. And even then, again, Edok gonna wait patiently. Skylar just around the corner.
That's away the Dragon. He was waiting for that. The immobilization will lock him down under the turret, and Edok takes the kill.
Well-timed play. Definitely needed here. You know, Nets obviously having those 3 deaths now at this point, struggling just a little bit, but this time around, Chibi having a completely different game. complete 180 from the previous one where he was sitting at 0-4 at one point. So now in control, will take down this tier 1 lane. Top side though.
Skylar will be flying out. That will be a turret trade up top, and it'll just be traded with an AOG. Turret down below though from Team Vamos too, with Chibi taking it earlier.
I can say that's one thing that RQ Hoshi is obviously always good at in the matches that we've seen in the M6 is if they're going to trade, it's usually, you know, cross-map. It's teams not getting anything for free, essentially, you know?
Yep.
RQ Hoshi will go ahead and get an objective or a kill if they can, or even down to the buffs alone. But it's still Team Vamos holding on to a nice little lead. Warlord holding on to the Glorious Pathway, gonna get dragged in.
Purify already out. Glorious Pathway, no, kicks him back to the fray right now. Is that's gonna be a trade? Oh no, Smooth actually taunted the other side. Ejector over to Dyron, only tank now. Sutsujin walking forward, has the electrifying beats as the Glorious Pathway placed down. Nets will take a bit of damage as they all, RRQ will just rotate towards the turtle.
Yeah.
Smooth walking up again.
Walking up again, Smooth. Chibi there, just around the corner too. They jump in, they're gonna have to fight for the turtle.
Skylar wants to go for the weakness points on the Zorn. Zorn with a good flicker out. Skylar still with the chases. Dyron gets taken out. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Now, it's all for the turtle. Chibi wins it out. Skylar to purify. Chibi shuts him down. Rins with a flicker forward. Nets slaying as well. Both of the gold laners falling down. It's a 3-for-2, but Vamos got the turtle again.
3 for 3 for Team Vamos in the objectives. And again, Chibi nearly just unkillable, it seems at this point. Look at the damage alone with the Soul Sever. He'll go ahead and now take the purple buff. They get the tier 1 in the mid lane. Right now, Team Vamos pulling further ahead. Just with some of these team fights that are going in their favor, this is what they wanted the previous game. They couldn't get it because of how bad the early game was for them in game 1. Well, it seems like they've made the adjustments. Now at this point, they put some more pressure around the map. And it's RQ Hoshi trying to catch their best, trying to catch up at this point. Hidok will get spotted out. Smooth keeps him at bay. So now the question is, where does RQ Hoshi go from here?
I think where they go from here is they just played slow again, right? I mean, in the mid game, it'll still be very reliant on Skylar, RQ Hoshi. But the thing is, Vamos actually have many ways to deal with the 1-1. We saw earlier a great usage of the Purify from Nets to bait out Skylar into a bad spot and then to reset the weakness points. That's what you get with the Purify. So a lot of times we will see that. A lot of times, the other times we will see Smooth just use the AOG to revitalize to soak in as much damage from the crossbow with Tang as well. And then later on, there will be Winter Crowns and Wind of Natures.
Yeah, that's going to be a play on part. Chibi already with a massive lead in kills and everything else. Look at that. So Soul Sever alone, he did get BOD, but now he has to deal with this.
Oh man, 3 members up top. Chibi with the juke. And that's going to be a taunt. Chibi still looking for the damage. Lantern Flare on him. Does he get away? Sutsujin! Oh! Will be slain! Chibi gets the godlike. Dyron with a vengeance. This is a failed attempt of a team fight so far. Chibi still alive, shooting the arrow down. The AOG will come down, and it will just be another member falling from the Kings of Kings. RQ Hoshi have gambled into a bigger deficit.
This looks like a different Team Vamos than what we saw in game 1. I mean, talk about just synergy and being able to rely on each other. Chibi was in a bad position, really low, and then able to go ahead and wait on the team and then even get a shot off to help capitalize on a kill. And all that leads into another objective secured. Lord now taken by Team Vamos. They want more.
They do, and Chibi just comes in, retrieves the purple buff, takes it away, now with a 3-level lead. And he is just a camp away from level 15.
Again, at this point, RQ Hoshi finds themselves with their backs against the wall, against their walls of their own base, especially with this push in. This is just a massive lead right now in terms of even the scalability for Team Vamos. Nets already shredding through that front line, just like we saw earlier. So now the mid, the focus here. The shields are going to go down here in the mid lane. A couple shots here from a distance. Glorious Pathway going to be set down just to help clear out the Lord a little bit more. We'll see what Team Vamos continues to take. Sutsujin will go ahead, cut down that wave. Might get caught out in a fight with Chibi here, depending on how this is played.
That's a 1v1. Chibi waiting for the abilities. Sutsujin dashing away. Now another reset as well. Oh, the damage from Chibi! That's a solo kill. Meanwhile, Skylar slain. Zorn will be traded back, but it's a worth it trade for Vamos. They're just gonna holla their way into the base.
That's 4 members down of the Kingdom. Next up, the Turret and Team Vamos. Are they gonna look to close out the game?
Looks like they will. 1 Cannonman in the mid lane. Team Vamos will secure the Game 2 victory to equalize on the board.
And Team Vamos makes it happen in Game 2. A stark difference from their performance in Game 1. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hands. Took us a little bit longer to get through it, but hey, we're happy to get to Game 3, and we hope for the smooth sailing at that point. But man, RQ Hoshi, it looks like the wind was taken out of the sails there. Let's throw it over to the panel to have this one broken down.
Actually, unironically, the fastest game of it.
Because compared to the first game where it felt like Chibi was constantly being invaded and interrupted in terms of the farming, this was different. He could secure the objectives for his team, similar to game number 1, but it isn't as if they immediately lose a lot of members after that.
That was clean, by the way.
That was so clean.
That was so
Like,
clean.
clean execution. Like, even after those objectives, they can proceed with the fights and not lose.
Yeah, let me just say as well, like the mindset of Chibi going into this game, like you brought it up, Brigida, where he could go for the objective, but then he's like, you know what, I want some kills. I want to ramp myself up a little bit more. And then the thing about Team Vamos is that they play with emotion. Once they're feeling hype, once they're feeling good, they want more of it. They don't stop. They keep looking for that adrenaline, and then that just makes them a scary and scary team.
This was one of the highlights. I mean, look at this. I don't know if you would say, why didn't Sujin recall, like proceed with the recall, but
He
then...
thought he was good.
He thought he could get a kill.
Yeah. He thought, and I think he thought Chibi was going to go down there. So it's like, all right, we can re-engage this maybe, pull some damage. Chibi gets away, and that was the final nail in the coffin, essentially. This one, actually, and I love this revenge, because last time we saw Sujin get the 1v1 with the Ling against the CO, and this time, Chibi coming for revenge. Very well done by Team Vamos.
So let me just say that was a 3-level difference.
Yeah.
Level 15 going up against level 12.